taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
With the catch, it's Brown. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Smith wants to throw. Pressure coming. He'll throw it. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. Looking to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save ahead and just get out of bounds.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Alexander. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. A 1st down for the offense. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Trying play action. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield is St. Clair. Using his feet to buy time. Got a little space. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And the Rebels have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
From the gun, the running back has it. Makes a man miss. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here's the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it from the gun. Gets it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Smith dropping to pass. They're setting up the screen. Shakes off the defender. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Gets it out fast. There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And this offense has finally put a good drive together. A really good opportunity here. Got to be smart with the football. Don't get too aggressive. Got to get points. But a chance to tie this up going into the half. Considering this offense hasn't played great, that would be a big one.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw. It's St. Clair. Bringing the heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Crowd, and now he's got room. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Throws for the tight end. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through through his fingers.
Oh, man, that's a touchdown. He's in the end zone. He has got to be able to make that catch.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Smith wants to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Clapp. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the 1st down.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Got his man. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there. You know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback, do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Has to let this one go off his back foot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the 1st down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got a man. It's Hooks. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Motion from the wideout. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to let it go. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit. The defense able to come up with a big pick.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. A dangerous 3rd and 10 here from inside their own 5. Might be changing the route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just needs him cracked to get a return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. Corners are going to bail. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Trying to make magic with his feet. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. That's caught. It's Cooks. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that throw.
Just a few seconds to go here in the 1st half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Kick comes up a little short, and now he's thinking kick 6. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. offense ready to go back to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't.
Looking for a deep man. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Taking it the other way. Spins away from the defense. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the move, he fires. It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. New set of downs after the completion. They'll run play action. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his man. It's Clapp. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Off the RPO, complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. The Razorbacks have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Williams. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now.
Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Sends it back in motion. Smith dropping to pass. Takes the easy one to the back. He's not going to get there as the defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion attempt, and it remains a 5-point game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Crosses the 45. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
He's got an open man. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Grab behind the line. It's hooked. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
That had to be a coverage bust because there is no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen.
Looking for the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to see.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
They're going to go for 2 here and try to extend that lead to a field goal. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. Moving past the 25. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback may change this route. Smith wants to throw. Got him downfield. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They've always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pig swing.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Slings it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. The short hands, it's Hooks.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
The Rebels lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking for a man, it's St. Clair. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal, probably a little long for that, but they get the 1st down.
And now that you've got it and a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. They're sort of in that fringe area. There are a lot of coaches that like to take shots at this specific juncture of the field. Let's see what the offense does here.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Now the play fake. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He managed to... yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've just self-destructed too many times so far already with 3 interceptions in the game. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And this offense gets another passing touchdown. I tell you what, week 1, this connection worked. Week 2, this connection working again. I tell you what, if I'm a defense, I'm going to start focusing in on that guy because they want to find him and make big plays.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the toss. Running to Green. Breaks into the open. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Brown. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the back. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's Green. Powers through the defender. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
They'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's a heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Rebels are moving quickly down the field. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put the ball. I know that.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Brought down at the 11 as he was trying to find enough room to take it back for the pick six.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
And some room to work. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurried. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but
turning it on! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in.
It's a seam wide open. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain, and maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. The Razorbacks have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. With the run on first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to throw, it's McCluster. Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Trying to barrel in. Give him 6. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense ready to go back to work. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeps it on the bootleg. Using his legs to buy some time. Finds space on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end now in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Rebels just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the air, it's Simmons. The screen, and watch out. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I just love when running backs make those decisions. And when they get close to the sideline, some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit. But I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the move. Find some fresh air. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's McCluster. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Shoots it to the left. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt.